Thank you for the opportunity of explaining and sharing what happened in the meeting that we had today. The background to the meeting is that as a Department of Education, a week ago we issued a circular on the new funding model for special schools because currently there is no funding formula that is clear and specific. We have since withdrawn that circular, not because there was anything wrong with it, but simply because we felt we had not done enough consultation with the relevant stakeholders, and we withdrawn it in order to give that process a chance. Starting tomorrow, we've instructed our officials as well as the SANASE, who are an organization that represents special schools. We have agreed that that consultative process will start. We'll broaden it, of course, to include other stakeholders who need to be consulted other than just SANASE, so that it's well understood in all our schools, and that the stakeholders are afforded also an opportunity to input into that policy. SANASE actually welcomed this circular, and they also were in agreement that there is a need for further consultation, and we are also in agreement of the urgency of that need for consultation. Hence, we're saying that meetings relating to that are going to be commencing starting tomorrow, depending on the logistics, of course, that are going to be agreed between the stakeholders and the department. Second thing that was discussed in the meeting was the issue of challenges that special schools are facing, challenges that we as a department know, challenges that we take an opportunity to present to all oversight structures about the plight of special schools regarding staffing, particularly the support staff, because currently it's only educator posts that are exempted from the process of approval when you want to fill the post. All other posts, including posts in special schools, are subjected to that process of seeking approval of the Office of the Premier via the Provincial Treasury. And usually, because of the financial constraints facing the department, Treasury does not support us in terms of filling those posts, because they look at our budget and realize that we wouldn't be able to afford. We have agreed that we are going to do an audit exercise where the schools themselves are going to submit a priority list of posts that they believe need to be filled, understanding that if a school, for example, has 20 posts that are vacant, they can't get all 20 filled, but they must just give us maybe the top 3 or the top 5 that they think have to be filled. So they will submit that in the order of priority determined by each school that has vacant posts. And we've said that they must do that by this coming Friday, so that we can reconcile with what we already have as a department. We have agreed also to revive a circular that we had issued some years back, which was talking to rationalization of public service staff in boarding schools and in some special schools, where some boarding schools had staff, public service staff, which is now redundant because either the boarding school scaled down or there's no boarding school at all. So we'll take those staff members and redistribute them to mainstream schools, but in the main we will redistribute them to special schools. So we agreed on that process. On the transport process, there are 2 issues that they were raising. One was the lengthy period it takes for buses belonging to special schools to be repaired, even for minor things. We've said we'll take that up with the service provider who deals with that, and that is West Bank. They deal with that, so we will be having a meeting with West Bank to see how we can expedite, the repairing of buses, particularly for minor problems, so that they get back on the road transporting our learners as quickly as possible. The other issue was drivers. We have agreed again in that prioritization list that we've asked our schools to do, that the posts of drivers need to be prioritized, and once we receive that priority list, we will ensure that we assist schools with drivers, because we believe that it doesn't help to have buses without drivers, because if you have a parked bus, it's like you have an investment standing there not being used but depreciating all the time, which is actually wasteful, and that is why we looked into the issue of appointing drivers for our special schools. On the crux of the issues, the SANASE is going back to the parents to report back on the meeting that we had, and hopefully they are going to advise that parents can bring back the learners, and that the status quo that existed before their call to parents to keep learners at home, that the status quo that existed then must be revived, and we must go back to that situation while we are resolving the problems that we have. The meeting went on in a very good spirit. We believe that we gained more insight into the challenges, but they also gained more insight in terms of the challenges that the department is facing, particularly the fiscal challenges. I think they now understand better why certain things can happen. But of course, they did indicate that they still seek a meeting with the Premier, a meeting with the MEC, and a meeting with the HOD, and as well as the Provincial Treasury. Because they want, according to them, the Premier, to hear from them what their challenges are. Understanding that we have been reporting those challenges, but they want the Premier to hear directly from them, so that they can get guidance. Overall, I would say the meeting ended on that positive note, and we hope that going forward we will be able to cooperate with the other stakeholders in terms of resolving the problems that the special schools are facing.